Charity Duvall is a 20-year-old college sophomore studying nutrition and dietetics. She has worn glasses or contacts most of her life, but recently has noticed her vision seems to be worsening. She figures it is due to all the reading and studying that she is doing. While she is home for winter break, she makes an appointment to have her vision checked. Her optometrist is very concerned by the rapid decline in Charity's vision and sends her to the ophthalmologist, who delivers the news that Charity has leber's hereditary optic neuropathy. When the ophthalmologist inquires about Charity's mother's vision, she informs him that her mother is quite nearsighted and her eyes tire easily, but other
Hello?
than that, she is
Hello. Are
fine.
you Charity?
Yes, I
Duvall?
am.
Okay, I am Dr. James.
Hello, Dr. James.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
So, you know that you are diagnosed with Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy, right?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about it?
I do. I'm really curious, what is the disease actually?
It's like a rather sudden but painless loss of your vision. So, it'll be harder as the disease develops to be able to see it clearly.
Okay, will I ever be able to see again?
It will progressively get worse. So, it starts as like a little black dot. Over time, the vision in both eyes worsens and you will lose sharpness and color vision.
What is the typical age this starts at?
Usually around your age, in a person's teens or 20s, and sometimes it can be early childhood or even in later adulthood.
What is my life going to be like now with the genetic disorder?
Once it worsens, you might want to pick up learning Braille or even consider getting a guide dog to help you walk around and move. But you will be able to do a lot of other things. You'll need that extra aid. Some things you won't be able to do though is you might not be able to like pick out your clothes or cook or do daily activities like cleaning, driving, reading. That'll be really hard because your central vision won't be there. It'll be hard, but it's still manageable. You can.
Dr. James, does my life expectancy change since I have this disorder?
It will not. Compared to a normal person without the disorder, you should still be fine. It does not affect your health that way.
Okay, what exactly is happening?
This condition mainly affects the central vision, which is needed for detailed tasks such as reading, driving, like I said before, so that'll be hard. The vision loss results from the death of cells in the optic nerve that sends visual information from the eyes to the brain. Although central vision gradually improves in a small percentage of cases, usually it is permanent and it gets worse. There are mutations in the MTND1, D4, 4L, or D6 gene that cause this disease. And these genes are found in the DNA of cellular structures called mitochondria. Do you know what those are?
Mm-hmm.
They're like the powerhouses of the cell.
Yes.
And they have their own DNA that's separate from chromosomal DNA. And that mitochondrial DNA has specific characteristics that are like unique to it only. The genes associated with this disease give instructions for making a protein involved in normal mitochondrial functions, but these proteins are a large part of the large enzyme complex in mitochondria that helps convert oxygen, fats, and simple sugars to energy. Mutations in any of these genes can disrupt this process, causing many issues, such as blindness or anything else. And it's still unclear how the genetic changes can cause the death of cells in the optic nerve, but that's all we are able to find out right now.
So how will this affect my future children?
Well, you are a female, and because this is a mitochondrial disorder, it's going to be passed from the mother to 100% of the offspring. So your child will have it, but we cannot tell the severity of it. Like your mother, for instance, she has this disease, but the symptoms aren't that bad. But you got worse symptoms and you're going to get worse symptoms. So your child could have it and have no symptoms or really bad symptoms. We just don't know. And that's why we can't we can't really make a Punnett square because we know that your child's going to have it. And the mitochondrial disorder doesn't follow the dominant and recessive inheritance patterns. So it would be pretty much useless to figure out. I can, however, draw a pedigree for you. And do you know how pedigrees work?
Yes, I am aware.
So if we had you, or your mother, and your father, your mother has this. Your father, we don't know if he has it. I don't think so. Okay, but so then this shows you, this is you, and you have it. So the disease only comes from your mother. Even if your father had it, you still wouldn't get it from him, even if your mother didn't have it. So when you marry someone else, it doesn't matter if he has it or not, your child will still have it because it's a maternal inheritance pattern.
Okay.
So you will pass it on, but we just, like I said, we can't tell the severity of it.
Okay, so if I have a child in the future, what are some tests / procedures that you could do to see if she were to have it?
We could do a test like a carrier screening or a PGD, but like I said before, it's a maternal inheritance pattern, so your child will have it because you have it.
What will the results tell me exactly?
The results will tell you that your child has the gene mutation, and it'll tell you that your child has the disorder, but we won't be able to find out the symptoms or how severe the disorder will be for the child.
What are some issues that come along with taking these tests?
There are some moral issues, just because the test can be quite invasive sometimes, and we can also isolate a certain embryo to tell if the child will have the disorder, but we already know that it will, and if the embryo has the disorder, some people choose to terminate the growth of the embryo, which creates many moral problems for many families.
Are there any treatments available for me?
We could recommend something like a visual aid, or like I said earlier, considering a guide dog or learning Braille. Many other doctors also recommend maybe therapy, because this is a very emotional strain on many people, so you might want to consider therapy to help you handle this situation.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for meeting us. If you have any questions, you can contact us later.
All right, I really appreciate it.